The story begins in the vibrant but dangerous streets of Honolulu, Hawaii. We are introduced to two polar opposites, Knox, Dave Bautista, a disciplined, no-nonsense tactical specialist who works for a high-level private security firm, and Jax, Jason Momoa, a chaotic, flamboyant, and incredibly reckless loose cannon who has just been dishonorably discharged from an elite special forces unit. The two men share a complicated past. They were once partners in a disastrous mission in Southeast Asia that ended in a massive explosion and a mutual grudge that has lasted for over a decade. They despise each other's methods, but fate intervenes when a global conspiracy threatens the safety of the Hawaiian Islands and, by extension, international security. The catalyst for their reunion is the brutal assassination of a mutual mentor, a retired general who was investigating a shadow organization known as the Foundation. This group isn't just a criminal cartel, they are a collection of ex-intelligence officers and corporate tycoons who plan to orchestrate a series of controlled demolitions of global financial hubs to reset the world economy in their favor. Knox is hired to track down the killers, while Jax is already on the trail, fueled by a personal vendetta. Their paths collide during a high-speed chase through the lush jungles of Oahu, resulting in a massive brawl that only stops when they realize they are both being targeted by the same squad of professional assassins. The middle of the film is a masterclass in escalating mayhem. Forced to work together, Knox and Jax embark on a mission to dismantle the Foundation's local operations. The chemistry between Bautista's stoic, dry humor and Momoa's boisterous, unpredictable energy drives the narrative. They move from one set piece to another, a shootout in a luxury hotel that is being systematically demolished around them, a jet ski chase through a crowded harbor, and a sequence involving a cargo plane where Jax decides to improvise by driving a tank out of the loading bay. As they dig deeper, they discover that the Foundation has planted a series of seismic charges along the volcanic fault lines of the Pacific, intending to trigger artificial tsunamis that would wipe out several coastal capital cities. The massive spoiler and the film's turning point occur when they realize that Knox's own employer, the head of the security firm he trusted, is actually the architect behind the Foundation. He didn't hire Knox to solve the case, he hired him to be the fall guy. The mentor they were avenging wasn't killed by the cartel, but by Knox's own team. This revelation shatters Knox's world, leaving him paralyzed by the betrayal. In a poignant moment of character growth, Jax, the man Knox considered a liability, is the one who pulls him back, reminding him that while the system is broken, their duty to protect the innocent remains. The final act, the Wrecking Crew sequence, takes place on a massive, state-of-the-art offshore drilling platform that serves as the control center for the seismic charges. Knox and Jax, now operating entirely outside the law, launch a two-man assault on the rig. The action is unrelenting. Knox uses his tactical brilliance to sabotage the platform's internal defenses, while Jax acts as the distraction, engaging in a series of brutal, choreographed fights against the Foundation's elite guard. The climax features a final showdown against Knox's former boss, who has donned an experimental tactical exoskeleton. The big twist during the finale is that the countdown for the seismic charges cannot be stopped from the console. In a daring move, Jax realizes they have to literally wreck the platform to disconnect the charges from the power grid. They use the platform's own heavy-duty demolition cranes as weapons. In a breathtaking finale, Knox and Jax work in perfect synchronicity, using a combination of brute force and explosive expertise to bring the entire multi-billion-dollar structure down into the ocean. Just as the rig collapses, they manage to hijack a getaway chopper in mid-air, narrowly escaping the massive whirlpool created by the sinking platform. As the shock of the betrayal settles into a cold, hard resolve, the two men find temporary refuge in a secluded sea cave, a place Jax used as a hideout during his wilder days. The silence between them is heavy, broken only by the sound of waves crashing against the jagged rocks. Knox, usually the architect of order, stares at his trembling hands, grappling with the fact that his entire career was a lie orchestrated by a man he viewed as a father figure. It is Jax who breaks the tension, not with a joke, but with a rare moment of sincerity. He reveals that his own reckless behavior was a reaction to the same corruption they are now fighting. United by a shared sense of loss and a newfound brotherhood, they spend the night assembling a makeshift arsenal from salvaged military gear and black market tech Jax had stashed away. They aren't just preparing for a mission anymore, they are preparing for a suicide run. This quiet interlude serves as the emotional anchor of the film, transforming them from reluctant allies into the wrecking crew, a unified force of nature determined to burn down the system that tried to break them before they head toward the offshore rig for the final reckoning. Message on a burner phone from a mysterious benefactor, hinted to be a high-ranking government official who wants to hire them for another, off-the-books, job. Jax grins, Knox sighs in resignation, and they drive off into the sunset in a heavily modified muscle car, officially cementing their partnership as the wrecking crew.